From the beginning, you have probably sensed it. You do not move through time the way others do. People around you may show the weight of years in their bodies, in their faces, in their spirit. But when they look at you, they often notice something different. They may comment that you look younger than your age, that your energy feels vibrant, that there's something timeless about you. And even if you've carried heavy burdens, faced trials, or endured storms that should have left scars, somehow you stand renewed. Chosen ones do not age in the same way as others, because your journey is not ordinary. Your body, your spirit, your energy carry a signature of purpose that bends time itself. Before we go further, I want you to pause and prepare yourself. Stay with this message until the very end, because there are revelations here that will speak directly to your soul. And when the video is finished, I invite you to write your most sincere wishes in the comments, placing the number 777 beside them. This number is not just symbolic, it is an alignment with divine completion, a release of your desires into the universe, a declaration that your dreams are already unfolding. By writing it, you activate energy, you participate in fulfillment, and you open yourself to blessings flowing back to you. And while you're here, remember to subscribe, because every step forward on this path of awakening is stronger when we walk together. Now let's return to the truth that explains why you are not aging normally. For chosen ones, the rules of this world do not apply in the same way. While the body may face challenges, your spirit carries a light that sustains you. Stress, hardships, and trials that should have left deep marks on your appearance or energy seem to bounce differently when you carry divine purpose. Your cells respond to frequency, and the energy you carry is one of renewal. You regenerate not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. This is why others often mistake your age, why they look at you with curiosity, why they wonder how you maintain strength when your story reveals battles that should have broken you. And here is the deeper truth. Your timelessness is not about vanity, but about purpose. You are preserved because your mission is not finished. You are sustained because your presence is needed. You are renewed because your calling is ongoing. This is why chosen ones often look younger than their years, or carry a vibrancy that defies explanation. It is not just good health or genetics. It is the signature of being set apart. When others see it, they may not fully understand, but they recognize something extraordinary. They see resilience where they expected weariness. They feel energy where they expected heaviness. They sense life where they expected decline. And all of it confirms what you already know. You are different, and even time cannot treat you like everyone else. This difference, however, can create both admiration and resentment. Some will look at you with amazement, asking how you manage to remain radiant, peaceful, and strong. Others may look at you with envy, questioning why their years seem to weigh heavier than yours. They may even whisper about it, trying to explain it away with shallow reasoning, when the truth is much deeper. You are sustained by something beyond this world. You are upheld by a frequency that renews from within. You are chosen, and that identity shapes not only your spirit, but even how your body moves through time. When people tell you that you look younger than your age, or that your energy feels lighter than the years you've lived, they may not realize what they are witnessing. They see the outer evidence, but they don't see the spiritual reality behind it. They think it's just your skin, your smile, your posture. But what they're sensing is something much deeper. They're sensing preservation. They're sensing alignment. They're sensing the timeless signature of being chosen. Because when you live in your purpose, time itself responds differently to you. This is why, chosen one, you're not aging normally. Your body has faced storms, your soul has endured trials, and your mind has carried burdens that should have left visible marks. And yet, here you are, still radiant, still full of life, still carrying peace that others can't explain. What others call good genes or luck is actually spiritual energy sustaining you. It is the renewal that comes from within, the resilience that flows from being connected to something beyond the physical. You do not merely survive seasons. You emerge from them with a glow that confuses those who thought the weight would crush you. But this blessing also comes with misunderstanding. Not everyone celebrates the fact that you are not aging like others. Some admire it quietly, wishing they had the same light. Some try to imitate it, not realizing it's not about appearance but about essence. And some resent it, because your timelessness exposes their weariness. They see in you what they long for, but have not pursued. They watch your resilience and are reminded of their own surrender. And instead of being inspired, they grow bitter. This is why your journey has often been marked not only by admiration, but also by silent envy. Chosen ones, you must remember that aging differently does not mean life has been easy for you. On the contrary, your journey has often been heavier than most. The difference is that while others carry their wounds like chains, you carry yours like lessons. While others let bitterness consume them, you transformed pain into wisdom. While others surrendered to despair, you chose to endure with hope. And it is these choices that have preserved you. Every time you chose forgiveness over anger, peace over chaos, growth over stagnation, you renewed yourself. Those decisions did more than heal your heart. They slowed the erosion of your spirit. Think about how energy works. When people live in negativity, fear, or resentment, it shows. It weighs on their faces, their posture, their very presence. But when you choose light, when you choose alignment, when you choose to walk in your purpose, the opposite happens. You radiate. You shine. You carry youthfulness, not because you're trying to look young, but because your spirit refuses to be weighed down by what others cling to. This is why people sense something ageless about you. They are not just looking at your years, they are feeling your energy. And here is the powerful truth. Your timelessness is not just for you, it is for others. People notice it, they comment on it, they wonder about it, and in doing so, they are drawn to the light within you. Your very being becomes a testimony. You don't have to preach it, you don't have to explain it. Your presence itself speaks. And while some may resist it, others will be inspired by it. They will look at you and realize that life does not have to destroy them, that age does not have to steal their spirit, that hope can preserve them just as it preserved you. So, chosen one, embrace this truth. You are not aging normally because you are not living normally. Your life is not ordinary. Your journey is not ordinary. And therefore your appearance, your energy, your presence cannot be ordinary either. You are carrying something eternal, and eternity always shows itself in ways the natural world cannot explain. There is something fascinating about the way people respond to you without fully understanding why. They look at you and cannot reconcile your age with your energy. They wonder how you've walked through so much, yet still carry such vibrancy. They whisper to one another about how you look unchanged while the years seem to weigh heavier on them. They may even ask you directly, "What's your secret?" thinking it must be a routine, a diet, or a product. But the truth is far beyond anything external. It's spiritual. You are not aging normally because your existence is sustained by a frequency others cannot see. Chosen ones radiate differently. Where others show the heaviness of bitterness, your forgiveness keeps you light. Where others show the toll of fear, your courage keeps you vibrant. Where others carry the wrinkles of regret, your wisdom keeps you glowing. This does not mean you will never show signs of time. It means that the signs of time cannot define you the way they do others. While their bodies tell stories of defeat, yours tells stories of survival. While their faces show surrender, yours shows resilience. And that resilience is ageless. But here is the paradox. The more timeless you appear, the more misunderstood you become. Some will look at you in admiration, saying, "You haven't aged a bit, you're inspiring." Others will look at you with suspicion, whispering, "They must be hiding something." Some will even resent you silently because your light unsettles their comfort. This is the duality of being chosen. You are both celebrated and resisted, admired and envied, loved and hated, often for the very same reasons. Think about the storms you've endured. Most people would assume those battles would leave scars, yet somehow they refined you instead. Every tear became wisdom. Every trial became strength. Every setback became a lesson. Others grew weary in the same storms, but you emerged with renewed energy. This is why you're not aging normally, because instead of letting pain destroy you, you allowed it to transform you. Instead of letting loss consume you, you let it deepen you. Instead of letting rejection harden you, you let it teach you, and that transformation shines through your entire being. And yes, this difference can attract unwanted attention. People may gossip about you, trying to explain away your resilience. They may compare themselves to you and feel inferior. They may even spread rumors because they cannot accept that your glow comes from within. But chosen one, their words cannot erase the truth. Their whispers are only confirmation that they see something they cannot explain. And while they may resent it, they cannot deny it. You carry a timeless presence, and it shows. This is why you must never feel guilty for being preserved. Do not apologize for looking younger, feeling lighter, or radiating more peace than your years would suggest. You did not choose this path to shame others. You chose it to live authentically. And your authenticity naturally produces radiance. Their envy is not your burden. Their confusion is not your problem. Your only responsibility is to keep living in alignment, to keep walking in purpose, to keep shining in truth. So when someone tells you that you're not aging like others, take it as confirmation. Confirmation that you are walking differently, living differently, and carrying something beyond the ordinary. You are chosen, and chosen ones cannot be measured by the same timeline as everyone else. Time bends to purpose, and because your purpose is still unfolding, time itself treats you differently. When you begin to realize that you're not aging like others, it can feel surreal. You notice how people from your past look at you with surprise, how they measure the years on their own faces, and wonder why time has not treated you the same way. Some will compliment you openly, amazed that you carry such youthfulness despite all you've endured. Others will remain silent, but you can feel the questions in their eyes. They sense that something about you does not fit the ordinary passage of time. And they are right, because chosen ones walk in rhythms that are not bound by the same limitations. This timelessness is not about vanity or appearance. It is about presence. It is the way you carry yourself, the energy that radiates from within, the peace that surrounds you even after storms. Many people age faster not simply because of years, but because of the weight of unresolved pain. Resentment shows itself in their faces. Fear drains the sparkle from their eyes. Regret bends their posture. But chosen ones, you transform pain instead of storing it. You release fear instead of hoarding it. You carry lessons instead of bitterness. And this transformation is visible, not just in your spirit, but in your very body. Think about all the storms you have endured, losses that should have left you bitter, betrayals that should have hardened your heart, struggles that should have drained your energy. Yet, instead of collapsing under the weight, you turned each battle into strength. Every scar became a testimony. Every disappointment became wisdom. Every valley deepened your spirit. And that choice, to let life refine you rather than destroy you, is the reason why you radiate differently. That is why you're not aging normally, because time respects resilience. The universe responds to alignment. Energy bends when it meets purpose. This difference often confuses people who do not understand spiritual truth. They try to explain it in human terms: diet, genetics, lifestyle. Yet their explanations never quite satisfy. That is because what they see is not just physical preservation, but spiritual preservation. You are being sustained for a purpose greater than yourself. You are being renewed because your mission is not yet complete. You are being carried because your light is still needed. It is not about escaping age. It is about embodying timelessness so that your presence continues to inspire others. But timelessness also provokes envy. When people cannot understand you, they often criticize you. They may claim that you are trying too hard, that you are hiding something, that your life is too good to be true. They may gossip, twist stories, or invent reasons to explain away your resilience. Yet their attempts to diminish you only reveal the truth. They see something undeniable in you, and it unsettles them. The very fact that they notice proves that you are carrying light that cannot be ignored. And chosen one, you must not let their envy discourage you. Their whispers are not a curse, they are confirmation. Their disbelief is not a barrier, it is a testimony. Every time they try to explain you away, it is evidence that you are walking outside the ordinary. Every time they question your resilience, it is proof that you are being sustained by something greater. Their words cannot change the truth. You are preserved, renewed, and carried differently. So embrace this gift without guilt. Do not apologize for looking younger, feeling stronger, or radiating more peace than your years suggest. Do not shrink your light to make others comfortable. Do not explain away your presence to satisfy their doubts. You are chosen, and part of being chosen is carrying timelessness that others cannot explain. Accept it with gratitude. Walk in it with confidence. And let it remind you daily. You are sustained because your purpose is still unfolding. There comes a moment when you begin to realize that your timelessness is not just something others notice. It is something you feel within yourself. While others may talk about your appearance or your energy, you can sense the deeper truth. You know the storms you've endured, the battles you've fought, the weight you've carried. By all natural measures, you should feel exhausted, aged, and worn down. Yet something within you continues to renew itself. You find strength when you should be weak. You find peace when you should be broken. You find light when darkness tries to consume you. This is why, chosen one, you're not aging normally, because your source is not natural, it is divine. Think about all the moments in your life when you felt like you had nothing left. Times when stress should have broken your spirit, when grief should have stolen your will, when setbacks should have drained your hope. Yet somehow, you woke up the next day with just enough strength to keep going. And not only did you keep going, you grew. Every trial you survived became a seed of renewal. Every disappointment planted wisdom in your soul. Every heartbreak expanded your capacity to love. While others allowed life to harden them, you allowed life to shape you. And that decision, to embrace growth rather than surrender to bitterness, is what has preserved your spirit against the weight of years. Others may look at you and see youthfulness on the outside, but what they are really sensing is the agelessness of your spirit. Your soul refuses to be crushed, and that resilience radiates outward. This is why your eyes still shine, why your smile still carries warmth, why your presence still feels vibrant. You are not sustained by appearances, you are sustained by alignment. You live differently, and therefore you age differently. But do not mistake this renewal for ease. Your life has not been without struggle. In fact, many chosen ones have endured more storms than most people around them. The difference is not in what you faced, but in how you faced it. Others let storms define them. You let storms refine you. Others let bitterness consume them. You transformed bitterness into wisdom. Others surrendered under pressure. You rose above it. And because of that, the marks of life do not weigh on you the way they weigh on others. Your scars became stories of survival, and those stories glow brighter than any wrinkle time could write. Of course, not everyone will understand this. Some will resent it. They will look at you and wonder why they feel older, heavier, more drained, while you continue to radiate. They may whisper behind your back, trying to explain your strength in ways that make sense to them. Some may even accuse you of pretending, of hiding your struggles, of being too different. But their words cannot change the truth. You are different. You are sustained differently. You are carried differently. And their envy is simply proof that your light unsettles what they cannot comprehend. Chosen one, it is important to see this timelessness as more than a blessing. It is a responsibility. People are watching you. They see the way you endure storms without being destroyed, the way you carry wisdom without being bitter, the way you continue to glow despite all you've faced. Your presence becomes a testimony, reminding others that they too can rise above. You are not just an example of survival, you are an example of renewal, and your timelessness is evidence that hope is still alive. So do not hide it, do not diminish it, do not apologize for it. Embrace the truth that you are not aging normally because you are not living normally. Your life is aligned with something greater, and that alignment is reflected not just in your spirit, but in your very being. Let others see it, let them feel it, let them wonder, because in their wonder, seeds of awakening may be planted. As you grow in awareness, you begin to see that your timelessness is not accidental, it is intentional. You are being preserved, not because life has been kind, but because your mission is not yet complete. Time has tried to leave its marks on you, but every time it pressed against you, purpose pushed back. This is why, chosen one, you're not aging normally. Your existence is tied to a calling greater than yourself, and that calling sustains you in ways others cannot understand. Look at the way people respond to you. They ask how you stay so youthful, how your spirit remains strong, how you continue to carry peace despite the chaos you've faced. They assume it must be a secret practice, a product, or some trick. What they don't realize is that the real secret is alignment. Every time you chose forgiveness instead of bitterness, you preserved your spirit. Every time you chose resilience instead of despair, you preserved your energy. Every time you chose peace instead of chaos, you preserved your presence. Those choices became invisible shields, slowing the wear of time on your soul. And because your soul is timeless, your body reflects that truth. Yet not everyone celebrates it. Some relatives, friends, or acquaintances may envy you, whispering that you must have had an easier life or unfair advantages. But they do not see the nights you cried in silence, the storms that nearly broke you, the moments when you were on the edge of giving up. They only see the glow, not the fire you walked through to carry it. And because they cannot understand, they twist their envy into criticism. Still, chosen one, their reactions are not your burden. Their whispers are confirmation that they see what they cannot explain. Chosen ones must understand this. Timelessness comes with a cost. It requires walking paths others avoid, carrying weights others drop, and enduring loneliness others cannot bear. That is why not everyone shines the way you do, because not everyone has walked through the same refining process. You are radiant, not because life was easy, but because life was hard, and you survived it with grace. Your glow is not the absence of pain, but the transformation of it. And that transformation is what makes you appear ageless. Think of the times you looked in the mirror after a difficult season. You expected to see defeat, but instead you saw resilience. You expected to see weariness, but instead you saw wisdom. You expected to see someone aged by hardship, but instead you saw someone deepened by it. This is the paradox of the chosen. The more storms you endure, the stronger you shine. The more trials you face, the more timeless you become. Because purpose does not just guide you, it preserves you. This preservation is not for vanity, it is for testimony. Every time someone comments on your energy, your youthfulness, your presence, you are given an opportunity to remind them of what sustains you. You don't have to explain it fully. Your life itself is explanation enough. People sense the difference even if they cannot name it. And that sense becomes a seed in their spirit, awakening them to the possibility that life does not have to destroy them either. So chosen one, do not be surprised when you are not aging like others. It is not because you are pretending. It is not because you are lucky. It is not because you are untouched by struggle. It is because you are sustained by alignment, carried by purpose, renewed by resilience. You are living proof that timelessness belongs to those who walk in truth. And as long as your mission continues, so will your radiance. As you reflect on your journey, you begin to realize that your timelessness is not only a gift for you, it is a sign for others. People are drawn to you, not always because they understand you, but because they sense something they cannot name. They look at you and see resilience where they expected defeat, peace where they expected chaos, radiance where they expected weariness. And this confuses them. Some are inspired by it, others are unsettled, but either way, they cannot ignore it. This is why, chosen one, you're not aging normally, because your life itself is a message, and messages endure beyond time. When people encounter you, they often walk away still thinking about you. They replay the conversation. They recall the way you made them feel. They wonder how you carry yourself so lightly when your story is heavy. This lingering effect is part of your timeless presence. You do not fade from memory the way others do. And even when years pass, people reconnect with you and remark how you seem unchanged. What they don't realize is that you have changed, deeply. But your changes refine you instead of breaking you. You evolve without decay, grow without collapse, and transform without losing your glow. Chosen ones often face loneliness because of this difference. You may feel like others cannot relate to you, as though you exist on a wavelength they cannot reach. And in many ways, that is true. You are walking in alignment with something higher, and alignment sets you apart. People bound by bitterness cannot understand how you still smile. People weighed down by regret cannot understand how you keep moving. People consumed by fear cannot understand how you carry courage. To them, your presence feels unnatural, even otherworldly, and instead of celebrating it, some reject it. But chosen one, remember, rejection is not a verdict, it is confirmation. The same timelessness that makes you radiant also makes you misunderstood. The same glow that inspires admiration also triggers envy. The same presence that draws some closer will push others away. This duality is part of your calling. You cannot have one without the other. And the fact that you experience both is proof that you are walking in authenticity. There is also a mystery hidden in this preservation. It is not just about your body or your appearance. It is about your destiny. Time bends around you because you still have work to do. Your radiance is not simply for aesthetics. It is for endurance. You are being kept strong because your mission requires strength. You are being preserved because your testimony requires longevity. You are being renewed because your presence is still needed in places you have yet to walk. Every year that passes without breaking you is a declaration that your story is still unfolding. So when people comment that you haven't aged, or that you look younger than your years, or that your energy feels timeless, accept it as a sign that purpose is still sustaining you, a sign that your resilience is visible, a sign that your light is undeniable. Do not deflect those compliments. Do not dismiss those remarks. Let them remind you of what you carry. Because the truth is, they are not just noticing your appearance, they are noticing your essence. And your essence is ageless. Chosen one, you must live in this truth with courage. Do not be ashamed of your timelessness. Do not dim your light to fit in. Do not apologize for radiating differently. You were never meant to blend in with the ordinary rhythm of time. You were meant to walk outside of it, to carry eternity within you, to live as proof that destiny preserves those who are chosen. Chosen one, now that we've walked this road, hold the truth without apology. You're not aging like others because your life was never meant to run on ordinary time. Purpose has been your preservative, resilience your renewal, alignment your quiet shield. Storms that should have carved years into your face carved wisdom into your spirit instead. You didn't escape pain, you transmuted it. You chose forgiveness over bitterness, peace over chaos, growth over stagnation, and those choices kept your light supple and your presence young. You are being kept because your mission is not complete. The energy they call youthful is simply destiny, refusing to let time dim what it still needs. So walk forward unashamed. Don't dim to soothe envy. Don't shrink to fit timelines you've outgrown. Don't question a grace you've earned through endurance. When they whisper that you're not aging normally, hear the confirmation beneath it. You are preserved on purpose. Keep shining, keep standing, keep answering the call, because what's eternal in you has already outpaced the clock.